Hey everybody. Hello, good morning. Coming to you from at a different time today. Welcome. Good morning. I know it's a different time. Come on in if you'd like a free mediumship reading. Good morning. I know it's been a couple of weeks almost since I've been on. Just been going through stuff, working with spirit, and getting myself dialed in. So I thought I'd switch up the time a little bit, do 10 to 12, see how that goes, East Coast time. Hello, good morning, Stephanie. Hi, Melody. Hey, everybody. How's everybody feeling? Today is a Pisces new moon. Pisces is all about dreams and intuition and magical stuff, so it's a great day to manifest really anything that your dreams are made of, like big stuff. This new moon is the time to manifest that. Good morning. Hi, everybody. I'm just trying to let some more people come in. It's a different time for me, so we'll see how many show up. I am April Wall. I'm a psychic medium. I'm also an author of 3 books, Reading Tarot, Reading Tea Leaves, and Deciphering Angel Numbers. The 3rd book, Deciphering Angel Numbers, is actually coming out in paperback at the end of April, so that's pretty cool. Good morning, Nita Bonita. And I have just been asked by my spirit team at the beginning of this year to focus a little bit more on my mediumship. I've done psychic stuff for years and years and years. I've been writing, so that kind of took me out of the loop for a little bit. So I asked that if you're open to getting a mediumship reading where, you know, sometimes things wrong, they're not interpreted correctly, but, you know, I'm working on it. I feel like right now where I'm at, it's an equal exchange of energy. You get to hopefully hear from your loved ones. I'm getting more practice so that the next time I come on, I can refine it each time. Good morning. Hi, Candace. Yeah, and basically I don't have a list or anything. I just kind of go where spirit leads me. So if you put your first name in the chat, then, you know, wherever I kind of go, I go from there. I ask that you're open to whoever may come through for you. Normally we all have somebody like we really want to hear from, and that may be the first person that comes through. But sometimes other people come forward first, and you know, spirit knows what they're doing, and sometimes there's a message you need to get from somebody you might not be expecting. So I also ask that while you're in this room, if you're not getting a reading, you can always talk to your loved ones, which you can do that anytime. But anytime that you're sending out your feelings and your thoughts to your loved ones, it only makes that bond that much closer, and it raises the vibration here collectively. And the higher the vibration, the easier it is to make these links. Spirit, we're all spirit. We're just spirit incarnate in the body. And our loved ones who have passed over are now free of that. So they're vibrating at a much higher frequency. And we have to try to raise ours to meet them midway. Hi, Brittany. Hey, welcome in. Thank you. Yeah, so, yeah, this is kind of it is a newer, different time for me. So I was just trying to fill it out. I'm just trying to, sometimes I conduct these almost like an experiment. I make notes so I know, okay, here is what was happening astrologically. Here's what time of day I read this time, you know, and the different messages that come through. It's just very interesting because, you know, Spirit's in charge of it. I'm just literally the channel. They're trying to get these messages through. So I just follow where it goes. Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday. It's almost the weekend. You can feel spring around the corner. Anybody else getting excited? Oh, I need it this year. And the older I get, the more I am actually affected by winter and like the seasons changing. And if it's cold outside and it's cloudy or rainy, I'm no good. I'm like, please bring back the sun. Yes, exactly. Just, and it's so weird. I was never like that younger, but you know, things change. Yes, so was mine, and and I am in the height of perimenopause, so each day is a little roller coaster for me. I'm just riding the wave. Good morning. Yeah, rainy there today. Thankfully we have sun, and it's getting warmer here, but then it's like fall, spring, and all that. It'll get cold again for a little bit longer, but I'm in Georgia. I'm obviously by this accent in the South, so it stays hot here. Hi, Sherry. All right, guys, I think I'm ready to get started. You'll probably notice as the readings go on, my face here, it will become more flushed. It's just something in the way when I start to work with that energy, I kind of naturally get heated up. So don't worry, I'm not going to pass out or anything. I'm good. All right, so again, I'm focusing on mediumship readings, so that is connecting with those that have crossed over to the other side. Not really doing, psychic things today. And if you're interested, all I ask is for your first name, and then we go from there. And the last time, on Valentine's Day when I went live, I normally just whoever comes through, but then at some point too, if you're not hearing from the people specifically you want to hear from, sometimes we'll try to go direct, just get their first name, so we'll just fill it out. So if you are interested, I just ask that you put your first name in the chat, and I will just go to where I'm pulled. Hey, Logan. Okay. Yeah, and I would ask, because I've kind of seen this in some other lives, because I'm not asking, for any money or anything at this time, a simple follow, during the live, that'd be great, if you're not already following me. Okay. Also, yeah, if you share it, hearting it, and this is probably about my 6th time going live, so I don't know all the things. I appreciate any gifts that are given and stuff. That's really cool. Most of the time you'll see I start to just look off, so when I do start to read somebody, if the comments could slow down, because honestly, I'm just not going to see them, so. Okay. Lauren, LJ Lauren, I come to you. Lauren, are you still with me and interested in a reading? It's like username LJ, name was Lauren. Yes, okay, cool. Okay, Lauren, excuse my phone going off. I ask that as I go to my spirit guides and ask them to gather your loved ones close to me now, I ask that you do the same. You could close your eyes, you can take a deep breath, put your hand on your heart. Just feel that love and connection, the roles they played in your life. Just let that kind of well up inside of you. The stronger that connection is, and they are always near you. Let's ask who's here for Lauren today. I feel like there's a woman coming through, female energy, and I feel like she's coming through with a nickname for you or something immediately. I want to say, like sugar pie, sweetie, like some kind of term of affection, term of endearment she may have had for you anytime you saw her. And again, I didn't mention this, but, simple yes, no's You don't have to feed me a ton of information. I'm trying to get from them, and we'll put the picture together. Do you have a grandmother in spirit, Lauren? Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Mother and grandmother. Okay, I had mom's side. So, okay, let's see if they're coming in together. Now, would grandmother or mother, did they have a nickname for you, or just were one of those people, you know, that would use kind of those, you know, some moms and grandmas are more cuddly than others, you know, and some lavish that baby and sweetheart, you know, they'd use that more than your name. And others just, you know, aren't like that. But I feel like who I'm pulling through first would be the woman that would just kind of lavish that love on you. Okay. Let's see if that's just trying to get me to that grandmother connection. Would one of these women, between your mom and your grandmother, because I'm trying to differentiate who's coming through, would either one of them have worn a lot of jewelry, like a lot of rings on their fingers, or they got really dolled up? Okay. So you're saying a few days before your mom passed, she had on all the jewelry? Because I think that if that's the case, that's who's coming through then. Sorry. Okay. Then that's her way of kind of differentiating herself from grandma, and to know this is mom coming through specifically. I feel like I could hear her saying, I'm sorry. I feel like she's apologetic for something. I'm not sure if there was some tension between you two, or at times in your life, I don't know if it would have been that picture perfect thing you wanted, and she's wanting to kind of acknowledge that and apologize for her not. I feel like she's saying like there's better choices she could have made. It's really taking me a minute to connect with her energy. Was she that way in life? Like emotionally, was she a little guarded? Just want to make sure I'm not missing any comments. Okay. That may be sometimes when I feel like I'm having a harder time connecting, it's really more just an example of kind of how they were in life. I feel like your mom putting on that jewelry and stuff the days before, it was like she was getting ready. Almost as if she had a knowing that it was getting time. Had she been sick for a while? It was almost like she was dressing for the occasion. She knew that there were going to be others to greet her and to bring her over. Okay, she didn't know she was passing. And that's still very young, and I am sorry for your loss. That's very quick to get the diagnosis and then pass. She wants you to know that as she crossed, there was a sense of peace, though. I feel like she had struggles in her life. Like she didn't have the easiest road. And when she passed, a lot of that was lifted from her. And she does want to get that across, that she is at peace now, that all these kind of earth, I don't know, I know we've said she was emotionally guarded, but was she a worrier or something? Like, I just feel like a lot of stuff going on in my head. Good morning, everybody. I'm currently reading for Lauren. Okay. Well, and I know you said hid it, but did she do a good job at hiding it? Because I feel like you knew, like, and that feels like some of what she originally coming forward, kind of apologetic, kind of, you know, I mean, it goes without saying, all of our mothers affect our lives. But some of those traits, do you find that? Because I feel like she's trying to bring my attention to that, to talk to you about maybe something currently you have going on, something you're concerned about, or some type of situation that you're worried about, and she's trying to put your mind at ease. Okay, yeah. Yeah, sometimes those closest to us really think that we're not picking up on stuff, and we know. And that's frustrating too, because it's hard to have an honest conversation. It's hard for healing to happen. It's hard to kind of get through things if they're not going to be honest. Okay. Are you concerned that like you're following in her footsteps in some way? Like, you know, concerned that because your life is not your mom's. She wants you to know that you're on your own path, and that although you feel like this now, that there are brighter days ahead, that things are going to get better. I feel like I set the intention today that I really wanted Spirit to come through, and for those who really needed a healing moment would have it. So I don't think it's any coincidence that you're getting this reading. Are you carrying some type of burden where you're blaming yourself, or there's some type of responsibility? I feel like a weight that you're carrying that is not yours, that's connected to your mom. Okay. How long has your mom been gone? Is this in the last year or so? Well, I'll tell you this, okay, because it felt pretty recent. she wants you to know that that connection is still there. And as far as you know, having been best friends, you're still best friends. And that's why Mom is showing up today, to alleviate some of these burdens off you, to take some of this worry off of you. And I will say that doing this type of work, it's serious down here on earth. There's things that we learn. That's what we're here to do, is learn. That's why we take these hard roads, because it gives our soul lessons, and we kind of evolve and shift as we do. But also, at the same time, it's not that serious, because you're going to cross over and you're going to get this expanded big picture view. And you're going to go, oh my God, I see now why I did this. I see why this person was in my life. And your mom has stepped on that other side now and gone, oh God, so many things that I worried about, these anxious feelings, this stuff, you know, whatever, I could have let it go. Have you had some shift with your work or career or something coming up about a job? I just feel like a lot of your life feels very unsettled. I just thinking about life in general. Okay. I feel like your mom is saying, good, piss on them. I'm like, I don't know if they weren't treating you right, you weren't getting paid enough, it was some long suffering, whatever. But if you're questioning that decision, she's saying good. That was the right thing to do. Okay. That's the thing, and I encourage anybody who's listening to me, who's seeing this live, if you're in the live, if you're just scrolling by and you're not clicking in, talk to your people. I've said this before. I had a friend whose husband passed. My father passed when I was just 6 years old, and she was talking to me about how her daughter would grow up now without her father in her life. I know for a fact that my dad has done more for me on the other side than he could have possibly done in the living. So although we mourn their physical presence, you know, that loss in our life, they are still, they guide us, and they see more of the picture than they ever could have in the living. So talk to your mom, ask her these things, and then just sit with it. What thoughts bubble up, and trust that you are hearing from her. Do you get a lot of signs from her? Like, I know it's almost cliche, but I really do see like birds for you. I don't know if it's cardinals in particular, but I feel like, especially with all of the transition and the changes you've had going on, she's really been trying to get your attention. And that's their whole point, is to put your mind at ease, your heart at ease. She's fine. She is in bliss. She wants you to live, and she wants you to enjoy life. Yeah. Yeah, she's very close to you. I just hear her saying, I can see it so much. I can see it so much more clear. I see it so much. It's so different now, Lauren. I see so much when I said she crossed over, and this kind of, a lot of us, I mean, myself, my family included, you know, anxiety and nerves. I mean, I am anxious as hell before I come on and do any of these readings. I'm anxious while doing these readings. It's really scary to put yourself out in the world and say, hey, I think, you know, I can talk to people who've crossed over. And we get and our minds can work against us so hard. But that stuff, I mean, as is all this earthly stuff, is such an illusion, and we're more powerful than we know. I think your mom's come in today to like try to give you this pep talk. So in the next 3 months, were you going to mark that occasion of the first year of her passing? I feel like there was something special that you have planned. And she's already wanting to thank you for that. She wants you to, this is interesting. She's really like something just about having fun, just about living for yourself, putting yourself first. Thank you, Amber. She's showing me in the next year of your life, things feeling completely different. I see you feeling more settled, more at peace. The work you're doing is something that's going to be fulfilling to you. You're putting yourself first. Have you thought about moving? This time next year just feels, it's like a 180 in your life. Is there something in particular you're wanting to ask her, Lauren? I feel like there's something. Okay. Mama is so excited for you. Like she is. And it's this balance of it's like she knows what's coming, you know, and she's over here going, April, you have to tell her things are going to get so much better. Things are going to get better. And she is just amped for you. And in that way, mama / best friend would be. She is your biggest cheerleader, whether notwithstanding the physical whatever, she is still rooting for you. And there are strings that I believe Spirit can pull from the other side. They influence things. If you need help in a situation, ask them. This time next year, Lauren, I hope I'm still out here in the ether and you find me, because I want to hear this update. Because mom is very excited. She just keeps coming back to focusing on yourself, not feeling guilty about focusing on yourself and making yourself a priority. She's good now. She wants you to know she's good. She knows that you miss her. She knows that it's left, an emptiness in your life, but she is still there. And the more you're open to hearing from her, and just sending the greater that bond, and the more you are going to experience it and realize it. I understand that, girl. I understand that. I just heard your mom say, my baby's a fighter, though. She's a fighter. So she knows you're going to come through this. Allow yourself to have your days. Don't beat yourself up. That's what I'm wondering, that guilt feeling, this whatever, like, I know I'm guilty of it myself. If I'm having a bad day, I sit around and think about all the things I should be doing, and I'm not doing them. And don't beat yourself up. If you need to lay in the damn bed and you can, then do. She wants you to put that focus on yourself, and she's shining that spotlight on you. She is sending you healing and positive energy from that side. She's showing me something she wants you to do, and this is interesting. Lay in your bed on top of the covers, underneath, whatever you're comfortable with. And just put your hands over your heart. And as you lay there, imagine that she's just pouring this beautiful white light directly into your heart. She's helping heal those cracks and any of that hurt and this cloud, this darkness that's kind of trying to settle over you. She's breaking that up. Just do that whenever you feel like you need that pick-me-up. And it's not in your imagination. Every time you do it, know that she, along with your entire spirit team, is sending you that. She wants to give you this gift today. She is ready to celebrate with you these great things that are coming. And she is more than okay. She is 100% now, and her focus is on you, as any good mamas would be. I hope this has brought you some peace today, Lauren. I know you're in the midst of the storm right now, but your mom came to give you this message that there are brighter days ahead, and it's going to be completely different for you in a year's time. Thank you so much. That's really beautiful what she's done. I've never seen something like that, but I can see it so clearly. You can do it now. I mean, just as soon as, just accept that, feel it. Feel the warmth in your body, feel the tingles, she's really, really reaching out today, wanting you to know that she's there and she is helping you. So thank you so much. She loves you. She is okay. And she wants you to be okay. And you're going to be. So thank you so much, Lauren. I'm so glad I got to read for you today. I appreciate that. Moms are the best, guys. And not having a body doesn't change them. And what I've also found, too, is what our relatives, our loved ones were good at on Earth, when they cross over, it's like that's that much more magnified. So if they were somebody who'd bring you peace, if they were someone who made you laugh, if, it's like that's even tenfold. And they can use those gifts on the other side to help us who are still here. So good morning, everybody. Again, a brief introduction. My name is April Wall. I'm a psychic medium. I have been all my life. But it's taken me a long, meandering way to get here. In the last few years, I wrote 3 books, and that was Reading Tarot, Reading Tea Leaves, and Deciphering Angel Numbers. And Deciphering Angel Numbers will be coming out in paperback at the end of April. So my focus went to that, and I've written all of those books. Anything that I've done is really as a way to empower people, because all of this we all can do. I have just worked at it and practiced a little bit more. It's like playing the piano. Some people can get to a, concert pianist type level. Some of us just play Mary Had a Little Lamb, but the ability is there. So, I bring these messages, but you always can talk to your loved ones. They're always there with you, and there's not really a medium needed for that. It's just you have to work through all these preconceived notions that we've got, and telling ourselves, oh, I'm crazy, this can't be right. Death does not break the bonds of love, and that's what keeps us connected. So I am on here working on my mediumship skills. Again, my spirit team asked me to do that, and I am doing it. So if you would like a free reading with me, all I need is your first name, and then we'll go from there. Okay, and the comments go wild. And again, I don't have a list. I just go where spirit kind of leads me. And I have faith that the people I read in my lives needed to hear something that day. Okay, I keep seeing Alyssa. It's like Alyssa, there was something about, yes, digital mama. Okay, so Alyssa, I'm assuming you are interested in a reading. Hi, Carla. And I'm coming in at a different time today, so I appreciate you if you've stopped in. Okay, listen. As you may have heard me say with Lauren, as I go in to make this connection with your loved ones, I ask that my spirit guides go and gather them close. And I ask in your own heart and mind that those that you've lost, you ask to come close now. You send them love. You think about the memories that you've shared. You send them gratitude for the roles that they've played in your life, how they've made you the person you are today. Because the highest frequency is love and gratitude. I just ask that my guides go and pull forward those spirits that need to get a message to you today. Immediately, before I can even really settle into it, Alyssa, I'm here. I was very excited to connect with you today. So who is here? This feels like a feminine energy to me. This person is almost like just radiating joy and just, they're very strong spirit, very strong energy. I feel like would have been somebody very bubbly and vivacious in life. Maybe would have lit up a room when they came in. This feels like a younger person to me. And I just ask, guys, once I am in a reading, which I am now with Alyssa, we just slow the comments. I'm telling you, most of the time you see I'm not even looking at the screen. So, yes, okay. Is this person like a sister or friend, someone who isn't much, different in age? I always think of kind of on the levels, like parents and grandparents are up, siblings, friends, cousins are kind of like to our side. Children would be below. Okay, is this a friend who's passed? Because that's what I'm just feeling, somebody who'd be more your contemporary. Closer to you in age, I guess is what I'm saying. When they passed, where you're at now. I feel like this person was, I just get like gorgeous skin, radiant, like a beautiful girl, like, lady, but not, I'm not getting like, someone who passed in their older age. Okay. Okay. 27. Okay, would he have been big about, now, and let me make sure that I want to use the right pronouns and things. Did he go by he? And was he big about like his skincare routine or something? Because that's just, this energy we're radiating. Look at my hands, look, just, okay. My gosh, yeah, I just so excited. That's what that I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. I feel like you were very close, like you had a special bond. Did he give you like makeup tips, or he did things with you like this was almost somebody you could confide in? Okay. Oh, guys, you know what I had planned to try to do was screen record this. So, because I am downloading my lives. So if you don't get all of them, you can catch them on YouTube. But I know it's very hard to watch and you don't get to see the comments when you download it. TikTok doesn't keep that. So I'm going to hit this now that I've just remembered that. Speaking of making sure things are perfect. And it won't let me do it. Okay. Let me see what. All the tips. Okay. Oh, I love his energy. And did you... Okay, you said he. Was his passing sudden? I mean, I just know from, you know, the fact that he was 27, but this seems like just, it didn't feel expected. Okay. Amber, I appreciate that. If you want to try, you can. I don't know if you'll be able to send that to me through TikTok messages because they're kind of limited. I am on Instagram at the same at Namaste Magical, but I'll figure it out eventually. I just feel like he's coming in and saying, "Oh, he's still like organizing, getting things right, doing like I had to cross over and work stuff out over here. Like, girl, it was a mess, but you know, now that I'm here, we've got it worked out." Like, I feel like he was very funny and was like the life of the party. I can tell that the loss of that energy in your life, you know, that leaves a big hole because he was a very big personality. I just get, well, don't think I'm not living here on the other side because I am. I'm living. I'm having my best life. You think death is going to slow me down? You think death was going to stop me? No. I feel like he's saying like he's on a mission. He's when he passed. Did he leave behind a partner that he was with at the time? Because I just feel like he's bringing my attention to that. Okay. Are you in contact with that? Okay, that you now, okay. Are you in contact with him? Because he's wanting him to know that he's okay. And that he's so grateful for the love that he showed him in life. The relationship that they had, he's so grateful for. Okay, good. I feel like he's like, I know I can count on Alyssa. She'll get it done. Like, in his passing, and I just have to tell you what's crazy is, something I kind of do is when I close my eyes, when I initially ask them to step forward, I hold my hands out and ask them to take my hands. And that's why I leaned so far to the feminine, because his hands were gorgeous. I mean, they were delicate and all. And I think he's also getting to be, not that life held him back from being who he was here, but he is so much more a freer expression of himself there, and that feminine energy and quality. I mean, he is loving that. He's getting to be that true expression of himself. And I feel like he's encouraging you too. You know, don't let anybody tell you and try to put you in a box, and whether that's family or friends or society as a whole, like, you know, you be who you are, and they can deal or not. Oh well, you know, you're here to be your most authentic self. Hi Kelly, I'm currently in a reading with Alyssa. Once I get through, I go back through and see who I'm called to for another reading. I still got you in here, Alyssa. And I do ask, guys, while I'm in a reading, which I am now, just slow the comments down. Honestly, I'm not saying them. I'm just looking for her. Okay. The passing, was this some sort of, was it an accident? I feel like he's saying, like, I'm here 1 minute, the next I'm gone. Like, because he doesn't want anybody thinking he was suffering. Okay. Okay. Is there some question about somebody else being involved? I do think that it feels like he got something from somebody, and he did have this realization kind of early on, this shit's too strong for me. Like, that's what I'm hearing from him. Like, he knew immediately, like, wait a minute, something. So whether that person did that intentionally, like, I don't feel that. And he's just wanting to focus on you knowing that he's okay, and he's okay with when and how he passed, that was all set to how it needed to be. But he definitely, this wasn't something, he wasn't planning on taking his life or anything like that. Yeah, no, he's like, I had too much to live for. I love myself. No, this wasn't something that's why I say accident, because there's not an intentionality to it. And so it was it's a shared grandfather, or was that his father to him, your grandpa that passed? Father to him, okay. Because I feel like he was there to greet him. And he was there to kind of, because this was so, being here and then being on the other side, it can be a little bit jarring, but that his father was there to kind of, let him know what was going on. Also feel like, were there any issues between the two in life? Because I just feel like they're together now on the other side, and your uncle's like, we're great, like our relationship is better than it ever was. Well, that's what I'd say. When you cross over, you get this bigger picture of what your whole life was about how everything works together. And you go through a life review, and a lot of people, I think, have that concept and know that, but what maybe people don't know is that you not only see your life lived through your own eyes, but you also will feel it from the perspective of those you affected. And so I think your grandfather saw how he treated others, things that he said, as we all will, but, in connection with your uncle, and could see it differently. And there's kind of this evolution we go through. I feel like your uncle's like, my dad's my biggest fan now. Like, this is great. We're, the bond is tight. He had to do some learning. He had to see things for what they were. And life is almost like we're playing these characters. We're almost like actors. And when we cross over, it's like you walk backstage and you're talking to all these people you were with, those who have crossed, and you go, God, you really played that mean old dad really well, or you played the bitchy aunt, and it's all for all of our souls to learn and to grow. Alyssa, do you mind sharing your uncle's first name? I love his energy. And such a strong, vibrant soul. Donald. He just wanted to come through today, and I hope that clears up some things for the family that, because I see now more of this relationship dynamic they had, and then for your grandfather to cross, and then for him to go shortly after. I can see where that would lead you to think that those two are connected, but he's good. He is there with your grandfather. Their relationship has been healed. So much, changing. No, hold on. It makes me solve a puzzle so that I can stay live. And he just wants you to know, send word to his close friend, and that he is okay. He's still, I know that sounds wrong to say, but still so full of life. And as all of our loved ones do, they get to live more life through your eyes. So he wants you to go out, girl. He wants you to have a good time, kick your heels up, go party, go dance, like anything that brings you a lot of joy. He is there with you. He's the, I feel like for a second, like he was trying to give you crap about, and I am nobody to talk about, I can't do makeup to save my life. But I don't know if you had something funny happen with like doing your mascara or something with your eye makeup, something, or like he's telling you, hey, change it up, or remember this thing, how I told you to do it. I don't know. I feel like he's... Would this have been your grandfather's, like his mom? Oh, okay. Is she having trouble with the eye makeup? Because I just feel like... And I just hear him saying, don't worry, I'll be there to help. I'm sending you all of my expertise. Just listen to that still small voice. It's me whispering, don't put too much on. He's like, he is so funny. Okay. God, I love this for you today, Alyssa. I love your family dynamic. I love, energies that are kind of outside the box a little bit. Yeah, there's always, because we travel in a soul family, and that soul family doesn't necessarily mean the like DNA related family you have here. But yeah, there's a connection there with mother and father. Was she more accepting of him than Dad was, or did she also have her own hang-ups? Like, I still feel like energy around that kind of while they were living. Okay. There's so much healing that's been done on the other side. And I think he comes through today to tell you that too. Like, and don't give up hope, people, that for anybody in your life, these difficult people, these difficult family members, these people who their political views may have you questioning some things about them, there's growth that still happens once you cross over. And again, seeing that bigger picture, it's nothing but love and connection. And they chose to come in and play those roles this lifetime. They want it to be these more regimented, by the book or the Bible, so to speak. But they chose also to have this son that would challenge these things because there were things for their souls to learn through that. So it's really beautiful. They're connected, they're healing and have healed. Reach out to your uncle's friend and let him know he is okay. This wasn't intentional, his passing. Like I said, he got a hold of something and there was no suffering, and he is still shining such a beautiful light. Anything that you do that is like, more on the fabulous side, when you really fix yourself up, when you, I just feel like if you decorate your house and know that he's there. He loves that. Like, you could light a white candle for him. Just, he loves that kind of appreciation of all things beautiful and elegant. And that just sends his spirit soaring. So, yeah. Thank you so much, Alyssa, for singing for me today. Thank you so much to your Uncle Donald, and your grandfather and grandmother. Things are good. Things are good for them, and he just wants you to know that. And go out and live your best life. Don't hold yourself back. And I do believe that he's also going to be very close to your sibling who's transitioning right now too. And he's encouraging that. He's encouraging, yes, like I said to you, live authentically. This is your moment. This is all you've got. Do it. Thank you so much, Alyssa. A white cross with flowers. Yeah, he appreciates that. I love his energy. I could talk to Donald all day, but I will move on for other people. But thank you so much. Thank you to him. I hope that brings you some peace. He is perfect. Just like you want to be. Perfect, okay? And that's, okay? Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. I almost said Monday, and like, no, that's not the vibe. It is a Pisces new moon for all those that follow the stars and astrologically. And new moons are great for new beginnings, because as the moon grows to its fullness, we can call those things in, things grow. And Pisces is all about intuition and dreams, and real magic. I mean, Pisces have one foot kind of in both worlds, and they're a water sign. So if you do manifest, like you want to set your intentions, speak them into a glass of water, just whisper over it and then drink it. Go to some body of water and ask it to carry your manifestations to completion. Always kind of incorporating the element that the moon is in, it just makes it that much more powerful. Thank you, everybody who've come in today. This was it's a different time for me, so I wanted to try that out, and I've appreciated those two that I've read for today. And I told myself I'm trying to get to 15 to 20 minutes so I can work through more people, but we just get talking, and I want Spirit to get their message through. So again, my name is April Wall. I am a psychic medium. While I'm giving out these free readings, if you could give me a follow, that's simple. I do have 3 books that are out that you can get anywhere books are sold. Reading Tarot, Reading Tea Leaves, and Deciphering Angel Numbers. And that book is coming out in paperback at the end of April, because I try to empower people, and that's what I'm telling you here today. Talk to your loved ones. Ask for signs. You can ask for specific signs. I don't know if you guys saw this video that, I don't know if it went viral or not, but it had been a year since their sister passed or something, and they had asked specifically to see a dolphin, and they're on vacation, and one dolphin comes up and is just hanging with them all morning. It doesn't matter how specific, how crazy, or whatever, Spirit will come through and they'll give you that sign. So if you are interested in a reading, I am trying to brush up on my mediumship skills. I had focused more on the writing and psychic stuff, so Spirit asked me at the beginning of this year that, now more than ever, we need healing. We need to know that there's more to this life, and so I'm trying to answer that call. So all I need from you is your first name, and wherever I'm drawn, that's who I'm reading for. And it gets rolling. Jason. Did I see Jason? Okay. So you're open for a reading, Jason? Okay. I just ask that the comments kind of slow down when I'm not going to really look at them anyway while I'm reading for somebody. Jason, as I go to my spirit guides and ask that your loved ones gather close now, I ask that you just do the same. You can close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Think of those that you want to hear from. Feel that love that you have for them. Send them the gratitude for the roles they played in your life. Be open to whoever may come through. Sometimes they come in a group. Sometimes somebody will show up you're not expecting, only to bring through that person you really want to hear from. So just try to be open. And let's see who's here for you today. Jason, do you ride a motorcycle or something that requires a helmet? Or would this be connected to someone who's passed for you? Because I just get this like black helmet, black leather jacket. Okay, you wear a black leather jacket. Okay. Let's see where I'm going with that. Jason knows who he is, guys. We need to know who you are. I feel like their energy is a little guarded. This may have been somebody who didn't really express their emotions well in life. I feel like this is a male energy. Has your dad passed? Hi everybody and welcome in. I am currently reading for Jason. So once I'm done with his reading, I open the comments back up. You're not sure if your dad has passed. Do you not have a connection, a relationship with your biological father? Okay. I feel like that's why everything feels really, and I wonder if that even though you wear the leather jacket, seeing this helmet, the jacket, even when I close my eyes and ask them to put their hands in mine, there's gloves on. It's like I'm trying to protect myself. I'm guarded. I don't want you to really fully see me. I feel like there's a lot of I feel like he's trying to step forward to take responsibility. I feel like he's hesitant. I feel like this is not somebody you would have thought would have, and I'm not sure you want to hear from, honestly. Okay. Was he pretty young when you were born? When I feel like there's some situation where he feels like he wasn't ready, or he felt like he was making a better choice of not being there because he wasn't responsible enough. I'm really having to work to Okay. Was the maturity level there, though? Regardless if he was older, I feel like there seems to be some sense that he, in his mind, he had told himself that he was making the right choice. So they never... So by the time you come along, he's not in the picture. Is that correct? Okay. Do you know the manner in which he passed? Because I feel like my throat's affected. I think also it was, I wish I would have said the things that I needed to say. I wish I would have stepped up and been the man he needed me to be. But he just wasn't capable in this life. That okay. Has he been gone for a while? I feel like there are things he wants to ask of you, but he doesn't feel like you don't owe him that. But he's apologetic and he's sorry for... I feel like his absence really, I mean, it had a profound effect on your life. And I think he's still doing the work on the other side of trying to... He's really... Were you his only child? Are there other children? Okay. This is very important for him. And so I do feel like from you, you're more receptive than he really held himself to account over this. Like you deserved, he's saying you deserved better than what you got. And he is sorry, and it's like he's wanting to ask for forgiveness, but that's not something you can demand of another person. He knows that, but he carried a lot of guilt for the choices he made surrounding you. And just come a little bit closer for me. He's really hesitant. Okay. This is so interesting, Jason. Okay. Because many times when we get readings... Okay. Sorry, Crypto World. Not interested in co-hosting with you. when we sit down to get readings, we're here on this side, and we're the ones, what we call the sitter. We're here to get a reading, to hear from somebody. And in your case with your dad, it's almost like he needs to know this from you. And although, yeah, when you transition, you get this bigger picture, he sees things, and that was all for his soul growth and all, but like, he needs you to know this, and he needed to know that from you. That, oh man, I'll tell you, people talk about breaking generational curses, and you talk about breaking patterns, and it's only makes sense that means, the family that comes after you could be that much better for it. But what we don't know is we actually affect those that came before us too. Because the different choices we make, where we're faced with some of the same issues and we go a different route, those who've crossed over, those who came before us, our ancestors, our grandparents, greats, and parents even, they go, oh God, I could have done it. And it's like a light bulb goes off for them. And so I just find this, it's really, I feel like you have you could hold a lot of animosity, Jason, and you don't. And he needed to know that, but he needs you to know too that you know how we do things in life and we convince ourselves, we'll tell ourselves things that, this is the best thing for this person. I did the right thing when I did XYZ. And we kind of know that's a bunch of crap. We're kind of lying to ourselves. But that's what we have to tell ourselves to get up and go every day. And I just feel like he wants you to know that. Like in life, he thought, he'd really convinced himself that him not being a part of your life was the right thing. But that's not the case. Did someone else fill that role in your life as father? Did you have a stepfather? I just want to make sure, because I know I throw out a lot of questions, Jason. When you say, yes, I do, is that currently, yes, you have a stepfather? Or... yes, I do. I'm so sorry, because I'm trying to communicate with them and come back here and I lose my own train of thought. Your grandfather took that place, and then uncles. Are you a dad now? Yourself? I felt that. And so the stepfather also passed. Okay. I don't know if that's something that you're not entertaining at all, or if you have nieces or nephews, which I know you're only child for your dad, but I feel like you have a lot of good advice and life lessons to pass on to those that you're kind of, that you'd be connected to. There's like a wisdom that you have. Okay. And sometimes in the absence of those things that, we don't get growing up, it actually makes us kind of work that muscle harder. Like I said, I really can feel your heart, Jason, and you have a large capacity for love. And that might be that. Some people might find that interesting. Like, I don't know what kind of, maybe that's not the persona you give off or something, but I feel like you have a big heart. I feel Dad is just kind of like he needed to hear that from you, and he needed to communicate with you that he is sorry for that. He could have handled things much differently, and please don't, if there's anything in your mind about that, you know, that you deserve that on any level, and absolutely not. And nothing was your fault, your responsibility with that. Those are choices he made as an adult that affected you, and he just wants to extend that apology. I feel like there is someone else here, though, for you as well. Let me just ask you, is there someone in particular you're wanting to hear from? Because I feel like there's pulling me to somebody. Okay. Now, was he your father's father, or was this on your mom's side? Okay, that's what I felt. I was here. Look at you, kid. Like, I feel like he comes in immediately like proud. You know, like you weren't handed the best cards, but you know, look what you've done with them. Is there something you do now that you did in life when your grandfather was alive, like some type of hobby, like a skill or something you picked up from him and you're still doing it? Okay. He likes that. He has a sense of pride in that too. You're kind of carrying on this tradition, and that you had an aptitude for it. Like you kind of caught on pretty quick, and he was able to teach you that, and you picked it up. I feel like he's trying to bring my attention to something going on in your life right now that may be causing you concern or something. I feel like he's going, hey, you know, like, pick your head up. I feel like this would have been somebody you could have had like really good talks with. Like he's somebody you could be yourself around, like, and have these kind of talks that he heard you. He saw you. You know, he was your grandfather, but he was also your buddy. Taking junk and making money, hey, that is a skill. And what other people think is junk, you know, that's their opinion. Did he fill that role for you though? Like I said, like not just a grandpa, but kind of like a friend. This was somebody you could talk to, and I just see you sharing time with him, you know, like, yeah, like, I don't know if grandpa would drink a couple beers or not, but just somebody you could unwind with and just, you know, and not have to do too much with. You know, aren't those the best people that you can just kind of be in a space with them and not too much has to be said? You feel more at peace when you're around them. I don't know if he was a big advice giver in life, but I feel like that's what he's trying to do now. Like, trying to see, would he have had very rough hands? Like, I feel like, you know, you said he repaired things, but I just can see this. This was a man who worked with his hands, was about just an honest, hardworking man. And I feel like you picked up a lot of your character from him. Okay. Well, and I say that about drink a couple beers, but I guess in kind of that stereotypical way, maybe that, you know, just somebody you'd hang out with. And I feel like you could go to him with a lot of things. I don't think this screen recording is going to be helpful at all with all of my pop-ups. With his passing, did he pass from something he had dealt with chronically? Like he had for a number of years, and that's finally just kind of what, I don't know, like a CPOD type thing. He enjoys just kind of, I feel like I don't know, do you sense when he's around, did he wear a certain kind of cologne or just, I don't know why I thought sawdust, but like there's some kind of smell or something. Like, I think he enjoys kind of being in your company, maybe when you are working or doing something, and he's just kind of there. He's just kind of observing and kind of lending his energy to you, to kind of being that calming, energy. Did he wear like a type of coverall or something when he did work? Or were his clothes, like where he worked, like, really greasy or something? Because he just keeps showing me more of himself. And he wants you to know, too, those things that he, had struggled with in life physically with his health. Like he is 100%, complete now, and feels like, I just feel like he's, making a muscle at me going, oh, let him know Grandpa ain't no old man anymore, that he's got all his vim and vigor back. Just full, and like, take that big deep breath, and he's very proud of you. He's saying that through your life there are choices you could have made or paths you could have taken and you didn't. And he's proud of the man that you've become. And he says it was an honor for him to step in where your dad did not. He's saying that was one of the biggest honors of his life, was getting, for the time he was there with you, to play that role as a father figure for you. And he thanks you for that. He's very grateful for that. It helped him grow as a person when he was here, the interactions with, but as a soul, there's like things he got to work out that maybe in other lifetimes, or even as a parent to your mom, like it was different between you and him, and he got to improve. And he's just thanking you for that, Jason. I want to thank you, because I don't, obviously it's mostly women that, and so I felt drawn to you for sure. And I hope you got something from your dad coming through. I think your dad, in an ironic twist, got something from you, from hearing that, you were still open and you had already forgiven him. And your grandfather just wants you to know that you're doing good and he's so proud of you, and thank you for letting him play that role. So, okay, so that makes sense. I have to figure out how to turn off these things, every email and everything I'm getting on here. But yeah, it's like you two had a very special connection and special bond, and I can see how that would have caused some jealousy. And he's just, oh well. It was supposed to be like that. You were supposed to be this catalyst for change in his life. And so he does. You really did. Wow, Jason, that's really powerful. That the thing you came in this life to do, what a powerful change agent you were in your grandfather's life. A lot of time we think about how our elders affect and shape and mold us, and you came into this world helping him be a better person. So that's really beautiful. I appreciate you sitting for me. I hope it's brought you some peace. I hope you know that both of these men are good. Your father accepts responsibility for the choices he made, and your grandfather's with you. Like I said, don't discount if you smell something, if something reminds you of him or whatever. That's just kind of a little wink from heaven that he's there with you. And you keep turning that junk into gold, okay? That is a skill in and of itself. Thank you so much. Guys, I'm not getting any faster at this. I'm getting more long-winded. Excuse me. Okay. Alrighty, everybody. So, I gotta speed it up. I gotta get a little faster. Okay. So, I'm just trying to reset a little bit. I love all the people who've come through today. A spirit is, humans are fascinating. So, we cross over, we shed the body, but we're still these essential spirits of who we were. And I just find it fascinating. Okay. So, yes, if you're interested in a reading, I just need your first name and we will go from there. And thank you for all those, if gifts have been given. I think I'm saying that now. Thank you so much. I just, half the time my eyes, I like to see something going and I don't know what it is. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay, Shannon. Shea Bear. I make no promises. Hopefully I will come on and go live again tomorrow about the same time. So if you don't get a reading today, catch me again tomorrow. Thank you so much, Amber. All right, so Shannon. Hi. Okay. All right, guys. I do want to just tell you guys, thank you so much, because I can feel the energy is elevated, and that even those of you who haven't gotten a reading yet or just watching these exchanges, I mean, there's just so much love and healing energy that takes place. And be aware too that if you hear things, turns of phrase, or relatives that come through and you think, oh man, that sounds just like my grandfather, or what my mom would have said, those are those little winks from heaven. Spirit knows there's only one of me, and they're all of you, and how many spirit people each of you have. So take solace in that too, and we're all kind of energetically creating this together. So this isn't just something I sit and do, and I thank you for that. Shannon, as I ask my spirit guides to gather your loved ones close now, I ask that you do the same. Send them love. Send them gratitude for the roles they played in your life, the ways in which they affected it. Be open to who comes through. And let's see who is here for Shannon. Shannon, is your grandmother in spirit, or at least this is a woman who would have passed later in life, and I was hearing I don't know if she would have went, if you had a Mima, a Mimi. I don't know if this is on your mother's side. Is your grandmother on your mother's side passed? I appreciate your energy today, Amber. It's been really beautiful, and I thank you. Okay, this is on your father's side. Was she, before her passing, was she in hospice or nursing care? Okay. Who do I have with me? Let me ask this other question, and then so I can say, did she have any issues with dementia at all? Okay. Who am I with? Shannon, let me shelve this for a minute and see. Because sometimes with it being a group of people too, I can pull in other people's spirits. I definitely felt an older woman, an elderly female come through. You do have your grandmother in spirit on your father's side, but wasn't in hospice or nursing care, didn't experience dementia. Shannon, have you recently had a child? Is there somebody in the family, there's a baby? Your godmother is what? I'm sorry. Dealing with dementia or in hospice? Okay. Sometimes they will bring me to stuff that's currently happening. And kind of when they get to this, I have to decipher whether this is your past grandmother then, or if this could be your godmother, even though she's not passed. When we kind of get to those states, we almost have one foot in either world. Is that yes about the baby that I asked about? Okay. As I just asked, like, you know, what is it that you're needing to tell me, and what does Shannon need to know? And I just immediately got to talk about the baby, Is your godmother, okay, because it's hard just trying to, when I just get a yes. Is your grandmother or your godmother, can you decipher for me or tell me the difference? Is she in hospice or is she dealing with dementia? Like, which of the, or is it both? Okay. And so a memory care unit is for dementia, correct? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, Shannon, I'm actually picking up on her. And what I found this many times with those who have dementia or Alzheimer's, there is this higher self part of them, because your higher self is that part of your spirit that never leaves the spirit plane. And then like a piece of your soul, that soul comes down and incarnates in the human body, but you're forever attached to your higher self. And so when you're starting to get in these kind of transition-y things, and especially the more you're not in kind of your active conscious mind, they can kind of travel. Do you go and visit her a lot? Because initially when I was getting this person that I mistakenly thought was your grandmother, like, are you holding her hand? Like giving her comfort with your physical presence? And she's your godmother. Are you the only person she is a godmother to? Because I'm wondering too, when I hear talk about the baby, if she's just talking about you, that you would be her baby in a sense as your godmother. I tell you, I feel her energy so strongly that I am literally forgetting the questions I'm asking you as soon as it comes out of my mouth. Your godmother is your stepmom? Okay. I asked you the question about, are you going and holding her hand, have been there? Okay. So not current, they're not together, but. Oh, okay. Isn't that always the way? I wish we could be as evolved as we get on the other side. We keep ourselves in so much crap. It's so silly and needless, hurting each other for no reason. let me tell you something. This is Shannon, and I hope for those who've been in here with me or whatever, look at this. Look at spirit, okay? For those who think this is phony or fake or whatever it is or made up or whatever, you can't go and see her. And she's telling you, well, damn it, I'm going to come and see you. I'm going to use this medium and I'm going to let you know that I know that you love me. I know that you care about me. And even though these half-siblings think what they're going to do and be in control of it, by God, Spirit's going to show you who's in control. I think that's absolutely incredible, Shannon. I think that I have goosebumps, and that's very rare. That is how powerful these bonds that we have with these people in our lives. That, let me reel it in, because I'm caught up in the, what a beautiful thing. She said, don't worry about that. They're not in control of me, even when they're trying. Look at what Spirit will do. Look. That's what I'm saying, y'all. We don't need to put limits. We don't need to put limits on what we're capable of, what God is capable of. Humans put so many limits and try to live in these small little boxes. And the world, the universe, the whole kit and caboodle, y'all, is so much bigger than we can ever imagine. So I'm trying to think what she's showing me about the hand holding, but I almost wonder now if it's not her extending that hand to you and saying that, because she's able, it's almost like these are visitations. So like I said, she is aware of what's going on, and she doesn't want you to feel guilty or bad. Would there be a concern that when she eventually passes, that you wouldn't be invited to the funeral? Because just like with this moment here, I think she's come through and wants to let you know that regardless of how everything goes on and turns out, I am so sorry. Do not call me now. Regardless of how things turn out, she is aware of the love that you have for her, the role that she played in your life, and she's grateful for you, and not to, some things you're just gonna have to let go, and try to find some peace with, because that's their pettiness and their little bit of attempt at power or control. And don't let it get in between what you know that you two had. And I hope this is a testament today of the extraordinary links and this kind of incredible thing that she's doing, that she is fully aware and knows your heart and knows that if you could be there, you would be. Okay. I'm telling you, it just came through about the baby, talk about my baby. And I can understand how that, like I said, we're human, and it kind of breeds jealousy and resentment and things like that. But she is going this extraordinary length today to tell you she is aware, and she wants you to know how she feels about you. Do not let anybody poison you. Don't let them tell you, who she asked for, calls for, anything that would muddy what you know that you've got. She is coming through today to let you know that your bond is solid and that all this other stuff is just noise. Has she been, so I don't know how much you do know, Shannon, of her current. Is she still mobile? Is she still able to get up and walk? Because I feel like when she's kind of in these moments of kind of being in her spirit body, like she feels so free and like letting me know how she's moving. Okay. She's experiencing So, and also this is just good for people to know. I think I've had loved ones go this way and have dementia for many, many, many years. And there's a sadness for us when they start to, not recognize who we are and their behaviors and all. And we don't want our loved ones to suffer. And so know that there is no suffering. Know that they get to kind of start to feel this release and have these moments. So she wants you to know that too. See, but I'm telling you, Shannon, so that's what she already said. Don't let, and that's also this earthly body. That's also this brain that's now malfunctioning. But who she is at her core, who she is at a soul level, knows you and wanted to just heap all of this love and affection on you today. If them half siblings only knew, honey. She's out here telling ain't nobody gonna stop me. Nobody's in control of me but me. She's quite the lady. I'm trying to see. I feel like she really wanted to take this opportunity to, because she kind of, when we get in this state too, we kind of start to see where things are going. Like I said, she's kind of going in and out. She's seeing the other side. She may already be talking about other loved ones, that she can see and chatting with them daily or something. And again, I don't know how much of the story you're honestly getting. But she needed you to know for you to be okay. That whatever shenanigans people might get up to, she wanted you to know how she truly feels. You mentioned your son too. Did they have like a special relationship? So she was like a grandmother to him, right? Okay. So there's that. And that is the position you hold in her heart. You are the first, So don't let any of this kind of earthly pettiness take any of that from you, if you can get that from this today. She loves you. And again, she is aware of, if you could, you would. And she wants to take if you had any kind of guilty feelings and feeling torn up about, she is more aware of the situation than you would even know. Well, life happens. I feel like that. As far as the things that happened after their breakup, you really, all I can get so clearly is what a special place you have in her heart. So if you can know that some of the gaps, some of the not knowing and worrying about whatever, the fact that she is doing what she's doing should show you just how important you were and are to her. I am in, no matter how many times you do this or whatever, and I've seen other psychic mediums, and it's like, are they surprised at what they're doing? Aren't they supposed to know this? But the stuff that Spirit brings through and how and what they'll show you is incredible. It is incredible. Shannon, is there someone, since that your godmother is not, she's just in the in-between, as I would say. Was there someone you wanted to hear from in particular? Thank you so much for that. Guys, and when you do this kind of stuff too, and I hope y'all are getting it. Like, I can watch TV. I can watch Teresa Caputo and bawl my eyes out too. And I hope you take that with you, that all this stuff, we beat so much of this stuff out of ourselves, and we try to convince ourselves what isn't real, and there is so much more real than we will ever know. Okay. So stepdad was married to your mom. Has he been gone for, like, within the last 5 years? Okay. Oh, honey, he knows that. Because as soon as I try to start tuning in, he really stepped up for you. 20 years, okay. I knew it was longer. I just feel like he's saying it was an honor and a privilege. It was an honor and a privilege to get to be a part of your life. What he has seen and felt once he's crossed over. I mean, this man was, for all intents and purposes, for me, the feeling I'm getting from you is he was daddy. He was your father. I don't know, Shannon, if you can feel it right now, but I just feel like he's coming in and giving you the biggest bear hug, because I just feel like in your heart you long for, if I could just have that one more hug with him, that one more moment. And he's like, I'm here, baby girl, I'm here. He is incredibly impressed with you, and no matter how much time passes, that's the blink of an eye for them on the other side. And he's experienced all these things. Did he get to, was he still here when you got married, or? He's there. So he wasn't there. He had passed before you got married. I don't, and I'm assuming you're married. Okay. So 3 months after he passed, you got pregnant. Is that child, is that a boy or a girl? Your son or daughter? Because I feel there's a special connection. Your stepdad definitely sent this soul to you. Like he held this baby first. Boy. Does he act like him? Like, does he have attributes? Even though I know that wasn't a blood relation. But like I said earlier, soul families, it's a soul level thing. He's so incredibly proud of the mom you have been. You had a good one, Shannon. You had a good one with him. because he really, the love and the energy, both of your people here, that very strong feeling. Okay. You're getting, there's a piece of him in your son. And I firmly believe that. I had a friend who died, and one of my daughters reminds me that there's a piece of her soul with her. And that's his, it was his gift to you. That was his gift to you. That child was a gift, and that piece of him that he sent with that child. I'm at a loss for words for Shannon. And I hear him again with the baby girl. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. You couldn't pull me away. He sends you so much love, so much encouragement. Was he really manly, burly type? Like, I feel like in a physical way, he was, so when I said a bear hug, I feel like he really could have done that. He is with you, and I feel like he plays like a protector role for you. He hasn't given up being your dad just because he crossed over. He just keeps saying how proud he is of you. He has experienced so much life through you in these 20 years that he's been gone. And that connection is still very, very strong. I feel like you really keep his memory alive. I don't know if you talk about him a lot, if you visit the grave, or there's something where you've not let the memory of him die, and he appreciates that. Keep doing what you're doing. Just the feeling, like I said, I've said this in my last live, I think, I am so honored and humbled by I get a glimpse, I get a little sneak peek into your relationships with these loved ones in your life, and I'm so grateful for that, because it's such a beautiful feeling to feel this kind of love, to have this, you had a damn good father, and you still do, and he's still looking out for you, and you can ask that of him. When you're having those moments, when you're just missing him, when you feel low or something, say, Dad, I need one of those hugs. And I guarantee you're going to feel it. I get it. Shanna, I have a similar situation. Because my stepdad has just been gone in the last few years. And he really played that role most of my life, because my actual father passed when I was so young. And I had a dream of him, but I know it was a visitation with him. And I cried and apologized to him, because I said, I should have told you these things. And we take things for granted. And we think we have more time. And we have these things, I felt like I would have been disloyal to my father if I'd ever kind of called my stepdad Dad. And then when they're gone, all these things kind of crystallize for you. And what my stepfather told me, and I know that your stepdad is telling you, he knew you felt like a daughter to him. And that's always how he felt. And he knew that you loved him like a dad. And so regardless if you called him that or not, the way you treated him, the way you loved him, spoke all of it. I thank you so much, Shannon, because that's I think this, for both of the people that came through for you, know this about your godmother. Hold on to that. Because, yeah, I don't think you're getting full truths. I think some people are being petty, as people are. And she said, I'm going to show you. I'm going to go above and beyond to try to put your mind at ease. And your stepdad is just, what a beautiful soul he was and is. And he's with you. Ask for those hugs. Know that he's protecting you. He's guiding you. Your son is such a gift. So gorgeous, gorgeous energy. And I thank you so much. I hope this has brought you some peace. I hope in this time that, I've connected with him, you felt him, because he is very much with you. Just, I'm so glad. And he's so glad he loves you. I will just tell you this, whether you got a reading today or not, all they send you is love. They're not angry with you. They're not mad with you. They are at such peace, and all they turn around and is want that for you. Peace and joy and love, and to live your lives and know that you are supposed to be living, and live for them. Live for them, because there's still so much that they're getting to experience and enjoy through you. It's 12 now, so I've been on for 2 hours. I believe all things, my intention is that I'll come back on tomorrow this same time, about 10 to 12, East Coast time, Eastern Standard Time. And I'm continuing to stretch and grow. And so I appreciate it. If you've given me a follow today, if you've sent a gift, I am so grateful for it. And I am so appreciative to your loved ones who've come through. And, hey, and talk to your loved ones. Say, listen, this girl's coming back on tomorrow. Y'all better get to the front of the line. So I'm so glad for that, Shannon. And thank you so much, Amber, and everybody who's been so great. And yeah, it's my biggest regret is just there's only one of me, and I can only do so much. I'm going to try to shorten the readings a little bit just so I can get to more people, but also try to honor what Spirit needs to come through and say. But I love you guys. I really do. Spirit loves you. All your people do. I hope you have an incredible day, and hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.